Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very, very, very well. Okay, let's move past the shirt. I really, really, really love this shirt. Unironically, let's move past how ridiculous I look right now. It is my comfort shirt, and I just wanted to be comfy right now because I've been filming my last couple videos in a really uncomfortable jumpsuit. Please just ignore the shirt for the filming of this video. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very well. We have a weird one to film on today. Before we get into the video, I just want to give a heads up that I'm going on tour in America in February, and Chicago has sold out general admission and meet and greet. There's a few VIPs left, and Los Angeles, February 23rd, is about to sell out. We are so close to selling out. So if you want to come to the LA show, now's your chance to get tickets. I'm going to Dallas, Los Angeles, Seattle, Chicago, and Brooklyn, and it is going to be the most deranged night of your entire life. I'm very, very, very excited for February. Also, let me know down below where to add shows to, because I think we're going to add a couple more shows. But anyway, thank you all so much for the support, and I can't wait to bring the Chronically Online tour to America in February. It is going to be... I've been working pretty hard on the show, and it's gonna be a show. Okay, so let's get into today's video. Now, this is started because I saw that Vangelina, who is a content creator that I really, really, really like. We've actually filmed before together. I really like Vangelina. Had made this video, and it's called Colleen Ballinger Gave a Talk at a High School. And now I literally didn't know what this was in reference to. I kind of took it at face value, and I was like, huh? You know, like that meme of like a cat, the huh? I was like, what? So I just want to give full credit to Vangelina for bringing this to my attention and bringing this to so many people's attention. I really, really, really like her as a content creator, and I think she's a really good person, and I really like her. So anyway, she had made this video, and I watched it, and I just thought it was really interesting. So basically, Colleen Ballinger went to this high school that her husband was accepting an award for from like a high school alumni or something like that. We're gonna dive into it, but just on face value, it comes across as like, oh my god, like what age is he? Hold on, Eric Stockland age. Okay, he is 42 years old. Okay, so he's 42 years old, and he's going back to, I assume, his high school to accept an award for the fact that he's appeared in a couple TV shows, many of them being Haters Back Off, the hit Miranda Sings show on Netflix. Wow, it really just comes across as someone who peaked in high school and doesn't have much more going for them. No fucking shade, but dear God, you would not find me going back to a high school reunion alumni thing at 42 years old to accept an award. No shade. Am I being bitchy there? Yeah. Do I think it's deserved? Absolutely. You're going back to accept an award for basically appearing in Miranda Sings Netflix shows. Woohoo. Good job, Eric. But anyways, he went back to high school at the age of 42 to accept this award, and Colleen went with him, and she talked about it in her vlog, and I saw all this in Vangelina's videos, so then I went and sourced out the content. Now, my favorite thing about this is that in Colleen's video, she makes it all about herself. She compares the fact that her husband went to high school and got to talk to all these kids to the fact that she used to do meet and greets and she used to do Q&As, and she completely, number one, just makes it all about herself, which I find incredibly humorous. But then number two, talks about how great it was to be back in this atmosphere, environment of having back and forth with kids, and how it reminded her of doing a Q&A. And she really enjoyed, talking to these kids and hearing them talk to Eric, and it just kind of was like, damn, she is still on her YouTube channel talking about how much she loves the validation of children. Like, you are, hold on, Colleen Ballinger age. You're now 37 years old, and you're making it such a big talking point that your husband, at 42, went back to accept an award for, appearing in a couple TV shows. And you're turning that into that it was so great to, be in this environment again of talking to kids. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you really have not learned, and you really do just prioritize children's, I don't know what the word is, their energy or what they give you, their attention. Like, the attention of children is such a priority to her. And like, having these like interactions with children, and the validation from children is still so important to her. And I'm like, in all this time, you still haven't learned to just like be friends with people your own age, realize that maybe you shouldn't want to be friends with children or high schoolers or something like that. Like, I'm like, damn, is she genuinely stupid? Like, does she not see how, like, even at a bare minimum PR standpoint, how this comes across, that she has made her husband going back and accepting a award at high school into, it reminds her of having this back and forth with kids at her meet and greets. So anyways, this post is blowing up on Reddit, and it's from r/high school. And it says, nah, who the fuck let Colleen Ballinger into my school? And it's a picture of Colleen. And we're going to get to this back and forth here in the comment section, and the reason that I actually wanted to make this video. But basically, the high school that Colleen and her husband went to basically allegedly had this conversation with the kids that they weren't allowed to bring up the situation of last summer that had to do with me, with Becky, with Oliver, that it wasn't allowed to be brought up at all, and that the school sided with her and were calling the allegations cancel culture. And so the school know of everything that went on, and they're literally telling the kids, allegedly, this is cancel culture, and then they invite her to come talk to all the kids. I'm like, what the fuck is this school doing? We're going to go through all this in a second, but I did just want to quickly go to Vangelina's video, in which there's a screenshot and it states like what the occasion was. Very exciting. I'm very, very happy for you, Eric Stocklin, at 42 years old, accepting an award at your high school. I mean, big moves, big moves. It says, on Thursday evening, we took some time to recognize distinguished blank alumni at the 23rd Annual Athletic Hall of Fame and 15th Annual Academic Honor Hall of Honor ceremony. All right. We inducted 10 new members, all either formally blank or, teachers or something like that. All right. It basically says, the Hall of Honor celebrated 4 new members, 3 former students who have gone on to accomplish great things in medical research, business, and the arts, and 1 longtime blank teacher and administrator. Listening to the presenters talk about everyone's accomplishments was impressive, and then listening to the honorees talk about how blank prepared them for success, the school name, was an inspiring reminder of how, factually touched all of our lives. The following people that were inducted were this. And then it goes, let's skip to this. God, the haters back off thing. Congratulations, Eric. All right, let's get to this screenshot where it talks about, so basically, Eric Stocklin, Academic Hall of Honor. Congratulations, Eric. Congratulations. It's a really big deal. All right, let me read this to you. I'm going to have to get really, really, really close up. Eric is now an actor living in Los Angeles. He's appeared as series regular in television series such as Haters Back Off on Netflix, Mistresses for ABC, and Stalker for CBS, as well as memorable guest stars and reoccurring roles on series such as Criminal Minds, Vampire Diaries, and Lucifer, and lead roles in several independent films, the independent films being Miranda Sings videos. All right, I'm actually going to do this and then make this my entire screen because this is so tiny on my screen. The proudest moment was appearing on stage with his now wife in her Netflix comedy special, Miranda Sings Live, You're Welcome, taped at the Kennedy Center. So sorry, there's now multiple layers to this. Eric Stocklin, at 42 years old, went back to his high school to accept an award that he got from being a Nepo husband to Miranda Sings. Brutal. A career he has built in depth to the inspiration and he attributes significantly to the teachers at the high school. He had his fearful turn in Jonathan First's junior year English class to read a monologue from Shakespeare's whatever, blah, 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 blah. The genuine interest and encouragement from Eric on a journey to pursue performance, enabling the necessary confidence that led to a career on stage. The career on stage, mind you, they are literally referring to is appearing at the Kennedy Center for the show Miranda Sings Live, You're Welcome. So again, he has literally now gotten an award from his high school for appearing in Miranda Sings content. And now, how dumb as fuck are this high school for literally putting Eric Stockland and Colleen Ballinger in front of a bunch of high schoolers? I'll leave the sentence there. You know, we know she loves them at that age. And also, it's just really funny because we're going to watch a clip now where she talks about the experience and how, again, she makes it all about herself and how it reminds her of Q&As. And it was just so nice to talk to all the kids again. It's just like really weird the way she's phrasing it, but obviously not much has changed. But it's really funny because she talks about how everyone was so nice to her and all these kids were so nice to her. And if you go on this social media post on Reddit, literally these kids are taking photos and uploading them, and they're saying on this that they were strictly told that everything happened about her was cancel culture and that she was the victim in it. So the kids were like strictly told, allegedly based on this, that they couldn't even ask any questions. They couldn't even ponder the thought of why she was there. So it's so funny that she'd be like, all the kids were so nice to me and stuff. They were probably terrified out of the sake of their school was making such a big deal and trying to cover this up allegedly so that nothing would be said to you. So someone said, is that actually her? What is your school doing? He goes, yes. How is she in high school? Is it a presentation? Her husband was here to talk about stuff and she came along. So it was basically a room full of theater students. And it said he quit acting years ago, though. His claim to fame is haters back off. He only got that because his boss wanted to date him, LOL. There were a mix of people there, sports people, etc. And then it goes on, and someone said, report her. And the person responds and says, the school sided with her and called the allegations cancel culture. Well, go fuck yourself, whatever this school is. I mean, you're literally giving awards out to the bare bones people that appear in Miranda Sings videos. So clearly, as a district, you're doing much worse than the rest of us. Fuck me. Someone said, report it to the school district and PTO. The person responds saying they would care even less. And then this person saying that they want to report anonymously. Someone said, that's insane. The woman was canceled for good reasoning. It's disgusting how she's allowed around young people when she's been outed even in the Rolling Stone magazine and Red Tops for sneaking into PVGs with minors and asking them personal sexual questions. Something's wrong with that skill. Her what now? Husband. All right. So basically, a lot of people, she's there to creep on the freshmen. Where's my hug at? Colleen Ballinger said, aren't they too old for her? Literally, this kid who was there wrote that. Someone said, is this real? And then they share this other photo and they're like, yes, she was actually here. So we're going to watch these clips now of her talking about this experience and just know that the kids all thought like this, but they weren't allowed to say anything because, again, the school strictly told them that it was cancel culture, allegedly. So it was at the start of this, she talks about it, and then at the end. So we'll watch these two things.
Let me get my shoes. All right, so yesterday we went to Eric's high school so he could do a little Q&A with the theater kids, and he asked me to go with him. He was like, will you come with me? And I was like, if you want me to, I'll do whatever you want. I'm here to support you. So he was like, I'm a little bit nervous. Like, I'd like if you came with me. And I was like, oh my God, of course. I went, and it was honestly like magical, amazing, so fun. Everyone was so freaking sweet. I'll talk more about that later maybe, but after that, we went and hung out with him.
All right, and then we go to the end when she talks about it again.
Them next time. It's been such a relaxing, beautiful experience just to be with family in Connecticut and experience the fall season because we definitely don't have red and orange beautiful trees in Southern California like they do here. Visiting Eric's high school and getting to talk to all the theater students was honestly so wonderful. Like, I know I keep saying in this whole vlog, like, oh, I'll talk about it later, and I haven't talked about it, and I don't think I have time even right now to talk about it because I could talk about it forever. I'm so proud of him, and I'm so excited for him that he got honored and that his high school wanted him to come and
honored by his high school, mind you, for appearing in Miranda Sings shows. Mind you.
Talk to the students, and I'm so flattered that he wanted me to join him and be there next to him as his partner and answer questions with him. I got to talk to all the high school students, and
I'm sure she's never been fucking happier. She's recruiting more ones.
I haven't done anything like that in a very long time, and I was there to support Eric, but there were so many wonderful students who wanted to ask me questions and him questions, and so I got to...
So literally, the school invited her to do a Q&A with their high schoolers. And they are aware of everything that happened. The person who literally posted this was like the school sided with her and said it was cancel culture. Now, just wait, because she's about to make Eric's big moment into something that is mainly just to do with her. She compares it to doing Q&As on tour as Miranda.
To be a part of it, and he wanted me to be a part of it and was just so excited for me to be a part of it with him. And I used to do Q&As at my VIP.
No way she's making this about her. She cannot let that husband of hers have a moment to himself. God damn.
Meet and greets when I was on tour, and I miss it so much. I miss it so much. And I didn't know if I'd ever get to do anything like that ever again. So the fact—
But don't worry, I got invited to a high school and I got to do it.
He wanted me to come be there with him and experience that with him. It reminded me so much of those meet and greets I used to do when I was on tour. And everyone was so sweet. Everyone had—
Which again is just so ironic now that we know that the school were allegedly literally silencing people. Literally, there's a full-on discussion here about this. And again, this post is literally blowing up on Reddit. And there were other photos as well on like Twitter that were posted and stuff. The kids were just not allowed to talk or ask any proper fucking questions. So I would love to know what was actually talked about. A kid would ask her a question that was probably to do with Eric's acting or something. And she'd be like, do you have a Twitter account? Do you have a Twitter account? Do you want to be my friend? What's your favorite sex position? Are you a virgin? Can you send me a video of you putting a tampon in your mouth? Can I tell you secrets that you just can't tell your parents? Fuck off.
had the most encouraging, kind things to say, and I don't know.
Because they weren't allowed to say anything else. They were literally instructed. Fuck off.
Like I said, I could talk about this forever, but I'm not going to talk about it forever right now. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow or something, but it was a really nice reminder that there are really sweet people out there who watch my vlogs, and obviously I know that that is true because I read your comments, but my favorite part of my job has always been touring because I get to meet you guys in person, and I love to perform. It's my favorite thing.
How has she made her husband being inducted into the high school alumni about herself in a Miranda Sings show? Now, I've seen on Reddit, and people have been tagging me as well, that over the last couple months, I guess, she's been making so many hints about, you know, how much she misses touring and how much she misses doing the Miranda things that everyone's like, oh, she's like, you know, gonna do a comeback with it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I like literally don't cover anything to do with this crazy woman anymore. I think she's boring. I literally have no fucking time for her, if I'm being honest with you. She took enough of my time last fucking summer. I, you know, dealt with that last summer. Don't keep up with her shit. Don't care. But when it comes to a high school, literally inviting her to have a Q&A and private sessions with children, and then she's publicly talking about how great it was just to be able to talk to these kids again and have this Q&A experience. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking talk about that. Because literally, what the fuck? And thank you so much to Evangelina for bringing this to my goddamn attention. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this. It's so weird. And then it's even weirder that we have the kids, like I said, speaking up and being like, why is she here? We don't want her here. This makes us feel uncomfortable. Like, making fun of her. Like, and then her being like, everyone was just so nice to me. Literally, it's like living in your own fucking delusion and bubble. Never in a million years would I think that Colleen Ballinger would be, in the year 2024, let's put like touring and stuff aside, where it's an audience choosing to come. Never would I think she would be invited to a school, high school, to talk to the kids. Huh.
Thing in the world, and then to also meet you guys and talk to you and answer your questions, and I get to ask you questions. We get to know each other more than just through comments on
Oh yeah, we get to know each other, babe. We know that.
my videos. It was always my favorite part of my job. So to have that little reminder of how it felt to have those moments with people who watch my videos and see people face to face and talk to them and take pictures with them and get to know them and encourage them and them encourage me, it was just so wonderful, and I'm so grateful to
them encourage me.
Eric Eric that he wanted me to be a part of that with him. And then last night after the aquarium, we went and we saw a production of The Prom at his college. After the show, the director wanted us to come back and say hi to the cast, and everyone was so sweet and so nice and lovely, and it was just so great. I just love theater people. And they did such a great job, and I love watching live theater, and I love watching people perform and be passionate about what they do, and it just made me so happy. And then today, like I said, Eric went to the beach with Flynn, and then we went.
No one gives a fuck. All right. Very weird decision. Very inappropriate decision from the high school. This really pisses me off. Again, I don't cover stuff to do with her anymore. I make an effort not to respond when people will send me things. I literally go out of my way to do it. But when we literally have a high school inviting her for the purpose of talking to the fucking high school kids, yeah, I'm going to talk about that because it's goddamn weird. And it's severely inappropriate. And we literally have the kids taking to Reddit complaining about it. Huh. It really is weird. All jokes, all everything aside, I don't know why they would decide to do this. I also don't know why they would decide to do it and then preemptively shut down all the kids having actual questions and being like, oh, cancel culture and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sure the Q&A went fucking great. I'm sure it was so exciting. I'm sure the questions were incredible. Again, I'm going to close this with congratulations, Eric. Congratulations on being inducted into your high school alumni for, appearing in Miranda Sings live shows. It's a great achievement, and it's great to see that something is happening in your career, for once. And, this is a really significant award and really, really brilliant moment for you. And, being able to do a Q&A after your induction with high schoolers, it's a big moment. Big moment. All right, we'll leave it there. What an awful decision from the high school. Very weird, very inappropriate. And yeah, I just think it's bullshit. Thank you, Evangelina, for giving me the heads up on this when I saw your video. I'll see you on my next one. This is really weird. Very weird. I'm going to leave it here. Goodbye.